calling for all white people to leave South Africa in 30 June. This is your deadline.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He contradicts himself, says all white people have leave, and then later in the video he says white women and children can stay. The guy is just an idiot of the highest order. But these people are dangerous. They incite low information voters to go out and harm others. We've seen Mozambicans, Ghanaians, Malawians murdered in the recent spats of anti-immigrant violence. Now again, all illegal aliens should not be in a country. They should leave. They have no business being in a country. But that does not justify vigilante justice. And that's what this guy's all about, vigilante justice. But he's just a clown car show, to say the very least. An absolute clown car show.
Like your forefathers did to our people, my people, true revolutionaries will do to your people.
And the question here, ladies and gentlemen, is where is the South African government? Why has an arrest warrant not been made for this person? I mean, they were quick to arrest Vicky Momberg for saying the K word. Now, they arrested Vicky Momberg and then imprisoned her for her speech. This guy, she didn't threaten violence against anybody. She didn't endanger anybody in the public. This guy has made terroristic threats. He's made racial antipathy comments, and he is threatening people. Yet no arrest warrant. Even if it's a joke, it's not funny. Far worse has happened to Ronaldo Khuz for posting an academic video.
Every white man must leave South Africa.
But this is the sort of language that is allowed by the South African Human Rights Commission against minority South Africans and whites in particular. For instance, the lack of deterrent that they showed in the Notaboloya case, a man who degraded white South Africans and white people in general and spewed racial hatred and threats against whites, and all he was forced to do was make a half-hearted apology, which they wrote for him, and he laughed about it. That was his punishment. Yet they doggedly pursue Ronaldo Khuz 2 years later for a non-criminal offense. Not even an offense. This guy, 5 days after, in the build-up, there are less than 5 days left now. Will he be arrested? What about the rest of these hundreds of black supremacists and racists floating around South Africa, publishing this stuff on social media?
We will not allow this as the military wing of the EFF. I, Solom Zinweba. You see, I'm giving you my name and my surname because I fear Fokoi. Ubani lo othinta amabhubesi impi kungathi yeza ubani lo othinta amabhubesi impi.
So the question here is this clown just a joker? Is he just a fool? Is this just some big joke? Well, it doesn't appear that way. Carrying a firearm in his trousers, carrying a knob carrier but dropping it. The whole thing is comic relief, except that it's a dangerous threat. In the midst of the 30 June deadline by domestic terrorists for foreign nationals to leave South Africa. Now, make no mistake, Jacinta Nkubisi Zuma is claiming that they want illegals out of the country, but she's hosting people who are sparking xenophobic violence against all foreign nationals. And this guy is threatening white South Africans. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that this event is coming on the 30th, whether it's going to be a nothing burger or it's going to be chaos, I don't know. But if it wasn't for this event, you would laugh at how stupid and comical this is. This guy drops his so-called knob carry. It looks more like an axe handle. And he makes ridiculous claims about a military wing of the EFF. That Julius Malema is silent on this. There's no military wing of the EFF. We've seen the cowardly behavior of this organization when water cannons are turned on them, or when 4 burikis show up at a school, they run away. 4 guys dressed in shorts, and these guys run the other way when there's hundreds of them. They are cowards, and they hide behind big words and loud mouths. But this is a very real threat, ladies and gentlemen, whether this guy was joking or not. That'll probably be his claim when it goes to the South African Human Rights Commission, which apparently now is pursuing this guy. It's about time. They've been silent for days. This video has now been out for a week in the build-up to the 30 June mess that's coming. And the South African Human Rights Commission remains silent publicly on this clown. and dozens, if not hundreds of other actors, racial black supremacists who are threatening white South Africans and those who are threatening foreigners. How seriously can we take this? Well, it's a serious threat and one that we need to address. People like this should be prosecuted for inciting violence and for making terroristic threats. That's what he's doing, making terroristic threats. His grasp of history is also pretty weak, as is his vocabulary and his intelligence quotient based on the stupidity that he spews here in his video. We haven't seen any serious prosecution of the offenders in the internal ANC insurrection from 2020. I doubt we're going to see anything here. This is sad, pathetic. Bad things are happening in South Africa. That's what Donald Trump said. How can you dispute that? What say you, South Africa? Mzansi. Cheers.